and the Blade Barkley. 10 rounds.
Rand Barkley has built up a good following here in New York. Vinnie Ferguson is the referee with the instructions for the fighters. Now, John, you talked at the top about the fact that Barkley came in overweight, had to lose the weight today. How do you think that could affect him?
It's going to affect him. If the fight goes a long distance, Sam, it's going to affect him. I don't see how it can help affecting him because he had to take off an awful lot of weight. Came in 5 pounds over. Went to a steam room. A fighter who goes to a steam room spends time in there on the day of the fight. He also went to the gym today and worked out. And a fighter who has to do that on the day of a fight, it takes a lot out of him, Sam, physically and mentally.
Okay, we'll watch for that. Wilford Scypion coming up from Texas, last fought in September against White Tiger Walker, lost a 10-round decision in Atlantic City. Rand Barkley, this is his 7th fight this year. Last fight was August 29th when he stopped Norberto Sabater here at the Felt Forum.
I enjoyed what Barkley said, that he's going to box him. He's a boxer. A boxer. He's got 18. He has 18 fights and he's got 11 knockouts. That doesn't sound like a boxer to me. It sounds like a puncher.
Well, Barkley has improved his boxing, but I think when he gets tagged, he goes back to slugging it out. You can get him into a slugfest.
He's in there against somebody tonight who knows all the little tricks. And you can see some of them right now, just in the exchange we just saw. He tied up Barkley pretty well.
Banging it out already. Scypion shoving Barkley against the ropes, putting his shoulder down into his chest. Scypion began his pro career in 1978. He won his first 16 pro fights, 15 by knockout. His first loss was in June of 1980 on a disqualification from Mustafa Hanso. Nice combination by Barkley, a short left-right combination.
I think Barkley, if he's thinking about all that weight he took off and all the problems he had with it, is going to try, if he can, to get rid of Scypion as early as he can.
Nice right by Barkley.
Barkley leaned right into, rather Scypion leaned right into that right hand.
Barkley with some good lateral movement while he pumped that jab in there. Got the right hand in. The right hand has been landing for Barkley thus far. He's shown us in previous fights.
He's not digging with it though, Sam. He's throwing the right and it's landing. If you're digging in with it and throwing it as a real good, straight, solid punch, he'd done a lot more damage with it.
Scypion from Port Arthur, Texas, trained by Kenny Whalen. Kenny Whalen said Scipion's been in the gym for the last 2 months and working hard. And Scypion knows that this is a turning point for him. He needs this win badly to get his career on the way up again.
Came here in shape. He was ready to fight when he arrived here in New York. Weighed in today at 160.25 pounds. One of the few guys that weighed in today who did not have to take weight off.
Barkley got in a couple good left hooks earlier. 20 seconds to go in round 1, scheduled for 10. Fighters are using thumb gloves in this fight. Scypion, a former USBA middleweight champion. Professional boxing is coming to you from Madison Square Garden's Felt Forum. Sam Rosen and John Condon ringside at Madison Square Garden's Felt Forum. You're watching professional boxing and hope you're enjoying it. One of our co-featured events. Middleweights are Rand Barkley in the black trunks, Wilford Scypion in the red trunks. This is round 2 scheduled for 10. Scypion, I don't think he was hurt.
No,
he was backing off a little bit.
He was not hurt, though. He was just backing off, and he stumbled a little bit backing up.
Barkley's starting to land. Barkley's power is starting to come through. Scypion feeling it, trying to match him with it. Left hook by Barkley. Boy, he's a powerful puncher.
He's getting him in there, too, now. He's timing it well.
What I like about Barkley, too, John, is he's moving around. He's not only stationary. He's been able to spin around on Scypion. Trying not to get tied up along the ropes. Right hand by Barkley got in.
He caught a left hook to the body and came back with a right hand. He's getting hit, too. He's got it. Pretty good. He's got his hands full with Scypion right now. Scypion got a right hand in as he backed Barkley up against the rope. Scypion is by no means in any kind of danger right now, and he's still a very dangerous fighter. Scypion is also a very strong fighter. As I mentioned earlier, he knows all the little tricks. So when he gets in there, if he gets in trouble, he'll know how to cover up, unless he's hurt pretty badly.
Wilford Scypion has been in against some of the top fighters around. Defeated Curtis Parker in 1981, lost the decision to Dwight Davison. As we mentioned, he fought Marvelous Marvin Hagler in 1983 for the middleweight championship, lost, and Hagler stopped him in the fourth. He defeated Frank the Animal Fletcher for the USBA middleweight championship in February of '83. Got stopped by Murray Sutherland in the 12th round, December of '84, in a fight for the USBA championship. Last time out, lost a 10-round decision to Dwight Tiger Walker in September. Half a minute to go in the second round. Scypion has been picking off that jab now of Barkley in the second round here. Good left hook to the body.
Coming in.
Barkley, good combination. Barkley opening up. Final seconds, round two. Professional boxing is coming to you from Madison Square Garden, South Forum.
This is just a war. Right, and it is. This is just before the end of the last round, Sam. You see, Scypion was all over Barkley, but Barkley came right back. It's going to be a war, as you say. for as long as it lasts.
They were ready to go on after
they didn't want the round to end, right? Particularly Scypion.
And the fans loved it. Right, 3 punches by Barkley. He just keeps throwing.
Barkley's gotten in at least 15 punches without any retaliation by Scypion.
Barkley really going. Scypion got in a right hand. And the Barkley answers with a right of his own.
That right hand was a real good shot by Barkley. It rolled off Scypion, though. He just keeps coming.
Now the question about Barkley is when he unleashes those combinations, those flurries, does he punch himself out? Does he tire? We'll see.
Find out about that steamroll.
Wilford Scypion fought here in New York once before. That was in 1979. Fought Willie Klassen, stopped Klassen in the 10th round. And that, of course, sad day in boxing around here. Willie Klassen later died from injuries sustained in that fight. Scypion, very powerful puncher.
Scypion is the one who's putting the pressure on Barkley. Barkley is, he's gotten a lot of punches across, but Scypion keeps putting the pressure on him. Scypion came in shape all right.
Okay, I got it. Stop punch.
Ferguson gets them apart.
It's a big fight for Barkley to win this fight. It's a real biggie for him. This is a quality fighter he's in there with, and he's a name fighter, so it means a lot to Barkley to win this one.
Scypion still strong. Barkley seems to have slowed down from that opening 30 seconds of this round, where he really laid a barrage of punches on Scypion.
He threw 20, 25 punches, and they all landed. That was a good right hand by Scypion.
Half a minute to go in the third round. And Barkley gets in the right hand. Boy, they are digging with those punches now. Final seconds, round 3. You're watching professional boxing from Madison Square Garden's Felt Forum. Round 4, scheduled for 10. Wilford Scypion comes right out after Iran Barkley. Barkley in the black trunks, Scypion in the red. These are two guys who know how to throw those punches. They really get their bodies into them. A lot of power in the ring. And I'll say this for both men, they take good punches also.
You still believe that Iran Barkley is a boxer, Sam? Such as he said.
Good right by Scypion. A little swelling under the left eye of Wilford Scypion. Barkley digging the left hook to the body, but meanwhile took a left hook to the head.
Barkley's throwing a very soft jab. When he's in there and he's right within range for it, and he throws a soft punch. You should throw that punch out straight and try to hurt him with it. And double, triple up on him.
Right hand lead blocked by Scypion.
That right hand lead, when he throws it, he should come back with a hook, because when you throw that right hand, even if you miss it with the right hand, you're automatically set to throw the hook. Your body is in position to do it.
Good left hook to the body by Scypion.
Pace has slowed down a little bit now, especially on the part of Iran Barkley.
Scypion hasn't really opened up with any flurries. He seems to be throwing one punch at a time. Good right to the body. Nice right by Barkley. It followed a left hook. Barkley rocking Scypion back on his heels a little bit. Scypion backing off just a little bit. Barkley gets in the left hook. A little under a minute to go in round 4.
It's a tough fight. These are hard punching fighters, and they're damaging blows, every one of them.
Jabs by Barkley didn't do much.
So I meant he's throwing a soft jab. He's got a good jab. Knows how to deliver it. He's not just throwing it with any authority.
Barkley got in a good left hook. What Barkley is doing better now than he did, say, a little over a year ago, is he's slipping more punches and he's spinning away and spinning out of danger. Final seconds of the 4th round. Barkley's being bothered. He's wiping his eye.
There's no cut there. There's bothering there. Maybe the sweat is getting into his eyes, but there's no cut of any kind that we can see.
He's going into his corner. He's a little upset with something.
About something that's going on.
And there might be a cut, John. There might be a little.
They know that something is wrong in the corner of Iran Barkley, and now let's see what Scypion does. He's looking for the eye.
Doesn't seem to be in a bad spot, though. It's off in the corner. Barkley seems to be fine. This is round 5, scheduled for 10. Thus far, I've given the early rounds to Barkley, John. What about you?
I have. He's done more work. He's thrown more punches. He's scored more points.
Now the question is, will he have the stamina because of having to lose those rounds?
This is where he's going to show up. From this point on is where he's going to show up. Because Scypion has been putting the pressure on him, even though he's been taking a lot of punches from Iran Barkley. He's been the one who's moving forward and putting the pressure on Iran Barkley.
Good combinations by Barkley. Scypion covering up as Barkley again unleashes that flurry. Barkley starts to go, and he doesn't stop throwing punches. He'll go 20 seconds at a time.
And look at Scypion. He keeps coming in. He keeps forcing the fight. This is just a question of who's going to wear who down.
The right hand got in by Scypion. Barkley looking up at the clock.
You know what that tells you.
Wow, and we're only midway through the 5th round.
You know what that tells you. As I mentioned, from this round on, you're going to find out about that steam room and all that weight that he had to take off, the 4 pounds.
Scypion is a man who's known how to go the distance many, many times. in the past in his long career, which, as I mentioned, started back in 1978. Barkley has only gone 10 rounds once. That was earlier this year, back in May, when he went 10 rounds against Randy Smith. Otherwise, it's been knockout city.
I tell you, he'd better be in shape. I mean, he'd better be ready to go to 10 rounds or able to go to 10 rounds, because I think Scypion is going to keep that pressure on him. And if he is tired or getting tired, Scypion can come on.
I think Scypion has showed he can take Barkley's best punches. Barkley stays busy, and that's good to his advantage. Good jab. Just missed with that right hand.
Coming a little slower than it did, though. Jab of Scipion's is working very well.
Good left hook by Barkley. Follows with a good right hand.
And Scypion continues to put the pressure on him, even though he's taking punishment.
But it looks like Barkley piling up the big lead as we come to the end of round 5. From Port Arthur, Texas, 27-year-old Wilford Scypion, who fought for the middleweight championship of the world in 1983, was stopped by marvelous Marvin Hagler.
It's an important fight for him as well as for Iron Barkley, because Scypion cannot afford another loss if he's going to stay in any kind of contention at all. He's got to win this fight. He's got to win everything he has from now on, because he's getting the reputation of a guy that's becoming a kind of a carpetbagger or a journeyman fighter or club fighter, whatever you want to call him. He's got to win tonight.
Good overhand right hand landed by Barkley. Barkley has landed more punches than Scypion. He's been busier. And I think he's building up a good lead right now. The question for Barkley will be the stamina factor. If Scypion stays around, and Scypion has shown he can take those big punches. See, though, Barkley's power is his biggest asset, John. He has improved his boxing. He does a lot more things better than he used to.
He'd be better standing out right where he is now and moving a little bit, rather than just standing there and allowing Scypion to come in and tie him up. Stand out there, throw the jab, and then try to drop the right hand. He could do a lot better work outside than he can inside. He's not throwing the jab at all. There it is, but a lazy jab.
Still to come, our main event, scheduled 12-rounder for the New York State Junior Welterweight Championship. The rematch, Ricky Young and Angel Cruz. Cruz, the champion, won the title by defeating Young 14 months ago, and now they're back for the rematch. Should be a real good one. This one's a good one. The biggest difference that I've seen thus far, John, is that Barkley has been first. Barkley has been the one to be the aggressor. Yeah.
The jab is still lazy. Why doesn't he snap it? He's got a real good jab, and he's being very lazy with it.
Those punches come up short. Maybe a little bit of fatigue setting in on Iran Barkley. Punches not as crisp as they were. Half a minute to go in the set.
Earlier in the round, when he back there he is. He did it again. Look, drop your hands. When you drop your hands like that, you're telling your opponent you're a little tired.
And looking at the clock too. But Barkley keeping up a better pace than Scypion. Scypion not doing enough to win the round. Round 7, scheduled for 10. Rand Barkley in the black trunks. Wilford Scypion in the red. Been no knockdowns, but a lot of heavy punches have been thrown. Scypion doing a good job picking off those jabs, as John said. Slow and a little lazy from Barkley.
I have Barkley winning the fight by a pretty comfortable margin, Sam, but that does not mean that Scypion is not still dangerous. He's a very strong fighter yet. And if he lands a big punch, who knows?
Oh, I think you're right, John. Good right, overhand right by Barkley, and especially we're looking for Barkley. If he wears down, if he tires, it could be just the opening that Scypion needs in the late rounds.
That's what he should be doing, that jab. He just doubled up on that jab, but he should move after he throws it. He knows he's got the right hand. If he finds himself in position to drop it, he could do it, but he should move and try to avoid punishment, because, again, he's had to take off some weight today, and I know he's got to be a little tired up there right now, so he should try to save himself and not get hit as often as he's getting hit. A lot of punches he could avoid just by moving from side to side, but he wants to get in there and slug it out with Wilford Scypion.
But the one thing he's done, even by throwing the jab, which may not be as sharp or as crisp as it could be, is that he's kept Scypion a little off balance. Scypion hasn't been able to put anything together. Good left hook by Scypion. Good work by Scypion on the inside. They trade uppercuts. Scypion blocking all of those jabs. Barkley throwing but not landing. Less than a minute to go in the 7th round. Good right hand by Scypion.
Sorry, Sam. Scipion's a lot smoother now than he was in the early part of his career. He used to be a helter-skelter fighter, pounding all over the ring, but he's a real smooth throw now.
Might have seen Barkley again look up at the clock. Still got a long way to go in this fight. Scypion able to slip and block most of those punches by Barkley. This is professional boxing from the Felt Forum in Madison Square Garden. Ryan Barkley gets a quick jab from Scypion. Barkley was at a stage of his career where it could have gone either way. He lost a couple of tough fights, and he seemed to set in his mind that he was going to work harder than he had been working, and he got determined, and he's put together a good year. But here comes Scypion. Scypion moving forward, pressing the attack and looking better. This is the 8th round. Scypion throwing more punches than he did earlier. Right hand off the side of the head of Barkley. Scypion using the jab a little better.
He's got to come on. Scypion in the red trunks has got to come on. He's got a long way to come.
And now it's Barkley trying to turn things around, trying to slow down the attack of Wilford Scypion. Barkley has been backing off and circling. The question is, will he set himself for a counterattack? Barkley has been sucking wind a little bit. Late in each round, he's been checking the clock. As we said, he came in overweight this morning for the weigh-in. Had to lose 5 pounds to make weight for this fight.
Actually, it was 4, Sam. It was give or take a pound. So he took off 4, and they settled for that.
Still a lot.
Yeah, it sure is.
Barkley looking at the clock again, which shows a minute 10 to go in the 8th round. Scypion looking pretty strong here. Good left hook by Wilford Scypion.
A lot better now than he did at any other part of this fight.
It's Scypion starting to carry on, and Scypion moving in. Right hand for Scypion as Barkley tries to counter.
Scypion should move in now. He's got Barkley a little tired. He should move in and try to do it, because as I mentioned, he's got a long road to run. He's behind in this fight by quite a bit, so he's going to pull it out. He's got to start doing it right now.
Scypion looking very strong here and looking very good. And Barkley keeps peeking at the clock. He's trying to back off. Scypion, a reaching right hand that got in. With the tail end landing on Barkley. Glancing left hook scores for Scypion.
Look at the way Barkley's throwing that right hand now. It's a lazy man's right hand. He's tired.
Oh, right hand! Wow! Barkley!
Right on the chin. He walked right into it.
A perfect right hand. He cannot be saved by the bell. He must get up. It's all over. It's all over.
Make it just as well.
He's counted out.
It's just as well he did not get up, because if he had gotten up and gotten hit again, he would have been in really bad trouble.
Just when it looked like Barkley was wearing down, he banged the right hand right on the chin of Wilford Scypion. Perfect. Takes him out.
Perfect punch. As he threw it, Scypion was right there. And believe me, that's a tired young man you're looking at right there. He came up with the right punch at the right time, and he pulled it out. Not that he was not winning. I thought he was winning the fight. As a matter of fact, I gave Scypion only one round up to that point.
I thought Scypion had taken the round. This eighth round,
I thought taking that round. Right up to that point, however, I gave him only one round. And he just walked right into that punch. He was there, his hands were down, and he got caught with it. We'll take another look at it now. There he is. See, the hands were down, and he got caught with it.
Perfectly.
He was actually looking the other way, and when he turned around, that's when he got caught with the punch. Watch his head. His head will go to the right. See his head go, as he turned around, he got caught with it.
It's happened a couple of times earlier in the fight. He had missed with a left hand, but Barkley had not capitalized. But look.